fashion. Yay! I gotta say that it's really nice to be able to feel like I can live again. I was looking back at my old posts and I was thinking, like, it was a memory of, I believe it was 2020. I was pregnant, and I was saying how I should have social distancing and how I'm just going to be staying in, and I was looking all scared, but then at the same time I was like trying to be positive and everything. And I gotta say that it's just really sad, you know, what people believe in and what they choose to believe in. And I chose to believe that it was okay for me to wear a respirator while I was pregnant. There was times I had a hair color that took me about 6 hours. So if I needed to take a break, I would take off my mask. And I mean, it was a paint mask, so it was like, it was meant to truly filter out certain smells. And I would even say, I would even tell people, don't wear a mask, I'll wear my respirator, I'm cool, I'll protect you. And you know, I just really think we've lived this really strange life this past 2-3 years, and people are still living with the effects and the consequences of the actions that they chose. You know, if I had I'm really glad I didn't have like a huge business, because maybe with the things that I believed in and the way I was living my life then, if I had a big business with employees, I probably would have shut down, like certain businesses have shut down completely. But I chose to shut down at a perfect time because my bills were starting to become a little too much while I was pregnant. I was feeling lonely at the time. I was successful, but I was feeling a bit lonely. Like I made the bad decision to open up a salon thinking I was going to have employees. Later thinking, you know, this is not my path, but I thought it was. But of course I had to jump in to see if I like it. Kind of like you see a field and you really want to go walk through it, or you see something that looks nice, like a tree that you want to climb. But then when you're climbing it, you see a bunch of ants and killer animals or killer bugs that you're not really excited about. You just want to run away. So that's how it felt with my business. I was really excited. It's kind of like looking at a tree I wanted to climb, and it was exciting and easy and fun and adventurous. And I'm really, really glad I did it, because I learned a lot. I learned a lot in business, and it really helps me for today and going forward. It's never truly a loss to have stepped into something to learn something. I mean, I call it gain. I call it all gain anyway, you know. It's I'm just grateful. And even with the child, like, I just want to jump in, have a child, but at the same time, I knew that there was going to be a lot of responsibility. I really love my daughter so much. She is so cute. I'm really grateful that my husband works and I can, you know, look after one another. I can look after his stuff, her stuff, my stuff. But life can still be overwhelming for anybody, no matter what duty, what job you have. So I'm just grateful. I like sharing these videos because life is good. Life is always changing and moving and growing, and it's interesting to take memories and look back and see where you are. And I just want to say it's really sad that that some people just choose not to live, or they choose to believe certain things because people told them, or certain sources that they believed in told them to do something or encouraged it, you know. So you know how they say that word force, like the whole thing of like imposing. Impose means force, okay? So I don't think truly anyone really comes out to us in the public and tells us that they're going to force us to do something. They paint it out to look like it's easy, everything's okay, you know, and it's not cool to be that way. I mean, it's really nice to just be upfront about things and let people choose what they want to do. For me, I rather breathe as much fresh air as possible. I rather not smell cologne every single day or perfumes every single day. I rather have toxic-free chemicals. I rather have clean water. I'm pretty sure a lot of people like stuff like that, but certain people love all sorts of things, like all sorts of chemicals, all sorts of perfumes. They don't care what they eat. They'll just eat anything. I'm a little bit more careful what I eat, and nowadays I'm even careful about what type of oils are in my food. And I've been learning more and more that a lot of restaurants in town or all over the world cook with soybean oil, canola oil, just, I don't know, but it seems like those oils aren't as good for us, for our health. And then the soda pops used to be like 30 to 40 something grams of sugar, of high fructose corn syrup mostly. And you have to really seek out the sugar, the sodas that have true sugar. And now the sugars are like 70 something grams or 60 grams or 50 grams. But, you know, that's way too many levels of sugar increase. I mean, we should be talking about that kind of stuff, you know. But anyways, this life is really strange. I just thought it was really weird to see a memory from my Facebook that I was trying to stay away from people at the very time that I just felt like I needed people. But then again, there's also people that have shared stories that they've miscarried, and especially at a strange time as these past 2-3 years, a lot of miscarriages when they were around other people. So whatever the case is, I think really we're living in a world where we're really like stepping into an arena where life is just more high technology, high frequency of different things. Like, there's just way too much awesome like inventions happening, and as a result, it's kind of like playing with fire. I mean, I think there's only so much fire we can play with unless we're protected. So I feel like in the future, people are gonna be like part robot or part machine, because the only thing that doesn't burn is metal, like truly, you know, like. So I feel like in the future, there's gonna have to be some type of like cyborg life where people are just gonna have to be part robot to exist. And it kind of makes me wonder what aliens are made out of, because if aliens travel really fast and they appear in the sky, and people have talked about it, and they appear and then they're gone, or they have some kind of mystery intelligence, it's like, I feel like technology is like some kind of mystery intelligence, and maybe certain people kept it a secret, and then that's why certain people are in control of it, and then all us little people have to pay for it. And it doesn't matter if you're big or small, you got to pay for it. But anyways, life is very interesting. That's all I have to say. I have to say that, like, the main thing that made me want to say something was my friend Jason that just shared something on Facebook. He said, life is for the living, so live. And yes, life is for the living. And I was living at a very fearful level of like not wanting to go anywhere, when that time was technically still a safe time to hang out with people. And either way, people will choose the way they want to live. But I feel that those that are truly strong and unafraid and living, and especially in a way that is high energy, it's full of love and joy and peace and positivity and goodness and hope and faith and all these wonderful things, like, I think life will be extremely excellent and prosperous for that type of person. So I really hope that you today will excel in life by thinking in a way that is good and healthy for you and prosperous, because life is for the living. And even Seventh-day Adventists, true Seventh-day Adventists, will tell you, I'm not Seventh-day Adventist, I'm just telling you what Seventh-day Adventists say. People I've met personally, they've said, life is for the living. When I die, I go to sleep. I don't do anything but sleep until the day the Lord calls me home and I am judged. There's no such thing as heaven right after I die. That's what he said. But you see, Some people believe that there's heaven after death, or hell. But others say that you don't go to heaven or hell until the judgment. So whatever it is, it's still a mystery. Life is a mystery. Life is for the living, and life means living. So if life is for the living, then it's not for the dead. And if you live in this life like you're a dead person, then you're going to experience the result of death, which is what do you call it? Decay, because that's what death is. It's about decay, and it's like a beautiful plant, and then it just starts withering. So it's decaying, it's dying. So I highly encourage for your life to live, and especially in your marriages, in your relationships, in your jobs, in your health, any way you can. This is what I'm doing these days. So some people think that a house has to be completely perfect and clean, and I think that's an ideal thing. I mean, my grandma was all about a clean house. Like my grandma's house was never a mess. The only thing that kind of smelled towards the end was her restroom. It was like not getting clean properly. But everything was always clean. Dishes were clean, counters were clean. Maybe the counters were starting to get sticky and the bugs were starting to show up because maybe her eyesight was going away. But point here is, sometimes in life we gotta choose our battles, choose our chores, choose the things we're gonna do, and just focus on the things that truly matter. Like for me right now, I have to do so many jobs for my husband, for my daughter, for myself, but I have to choose what are the most important jobs. If I'm exhausted and my daughter needs my attention, should I sit on my phone and play on my phone and watch my phone, or like look at things that I enjoy, get back to people when I'm exhausted? Yeah, maybe so, maybe just a little bit. And then I can watch my daughter and play with her as well, because she doesn't want me to just be by myself. But you see, I'm an adult, and adults do adult things, right? They're not just sitting there playing with a child all the time. So the thing I'm learning here is that I need to do what is important for me. I encourage you to do what's important for you, and do the thing that makes you happy and makes you feel like you're being successful for the day. You know, if the dishes are piled up and you have a place to go, then go to your place. But when you come home, try to get them dishes done, especially if those dishes are causing you distress, you know. And chores first thing in the morning if you can. If the world lets you, if your family lets you, chores the first thing in the morning. Just get it done before you even turn on the social media or the phone, because man, it will suck you in, this device. So anyway, enjoy your life today, always. And I'm gonna go get me a beer and some to-go food, because I was so exhausted today to make a meal. I was running all sorts of errands, and I barely had a moment to do my makeup today. That's what I did. I did my makeup, and then at the moment I was gonna do other things, my husband said, I need you to do this and I need you to do that. So I was the secretary making the calls. So again, enjoy your life, do your best to communicate what you need, and be a blessed person. Be blessing to others even when they do evil to you. Walk away if it hurts. Pray for them, bless them, and teach them as well what they can do better to get along with you. Because if we live our life just throwing people away, walking away, and just not forgiving and not talking, not communicating, then guess what? We're just going to continue to do that to the next person, and the next person, and the next person. And no one will ever know how to truly be a good person to somebody else, because they never were taught. No one ever had patience for them. So all they know is getting rid of someone. I'm not the type that gets rid of people. I'm the type that gets to know people and does the best to give them space if they need it. And if we're in partnership, then hey, we're going to be in communication, just as a job is in communication with their employees. And that's how that business works. Conflict resolution, my friends. Catch y'all later. Bye now.